Hello and welcome everybody to what might be the last early access event draft here. I am Paul Cheon and there's 6 in the queue. It is currently 8:30 p.m. and no more normal drafts will fire after 10 p.m. So hopefully this fires and we can get one final draft here. I've been having a ton of fun, like I said, with this format. Just lots of cool things you can be doing in a lot of the different colors. And let's see if we can explore something else in this last draft. Now, before we head into this draft, just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need some singles to round out your constructed decks, or you wanted to buy some booster boxes of Tarkir Dragonstorm just to crack open some packs, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before you make any purchases. Also, check out HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more, HeavyPlay.com is the place to go. Go to HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order, and they're going to have a presence at the Spotlight Series in Denver. If you're preparing for the Dragonstorm Tarkir or Tarkir Dragonstorm for the Spotlight Series event, they're going to have a booth there. Swing by the booth, tell them Paul sent you, and you'll get 10% applied in person as well. Alrighty, here we go. Last draft. Ooh, we got a little Hydra. You know, I have not taken this Sage ever. I think it's good. Right? 5 mana, 4/4, ETB stun, but I'm taking Warden of the Grove. Look at this thing. 3 mana for a 2/2 Hydra. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. So basically, when you play this, it's a 3 mana 3/3. If they don't kill it, every creature you play afterward just continues to grow or make big tokens. This card's awesome. Inspirited Vanguard is also really, really strong. 5 mana for a 3/2 ETB endures 2, and then when it attacks, you get to endure 2 again. So this card's really good. I could believe some crazy world where this ends up being a better card than Warden of the Grove because it gives you something when you cast it. But I'm not ready to live in that world yet. I'm ready to just Hydra it up. Opulent Palace is also very, very good. But let's go ahead and take Warden of the Grove here. It's a rare. Why shouldn't I take the rare? All right, moving on. We have, for all you dreamers out there, there's a Dragon Brood's Relic. You need to be all 5 colors. It's really expensive. I don't think that's the pick for me. I do like the monuments here. I do like the monuments in general, but there's 3 really, really good uncommons here as well. At common, there's Narcissus Rebuke, good removal spell. Saga Wildling, which is a nice mana fixer / 3/3 flyer. Trade Route Envoy is also a solid creature, but I'm looking at Ambling Stormshell, Channel Dragonfire, or Glacial Dragon Hunt, and I'm not sure where I want to go with this. For green-red, where does what wedges are there in green-red? I'm not sure. Channel Dragonfire is a really, really good card. So is Glacial Dragon Hunt, though. This one draws you a card and deals 3 damage instead. But it kind of locks you into Temur. Ugh, whatever. Okay, here's my argument for Channel Dragonfire. The way I look at it is, if I don't end up in green, right, it's a little more open-ended. And it's still really cheap and efficient and strong. Let me know what you would have taken out of that pack. There were a lot of good options. All right, moving on to pack 1, pick 3. There is an Opulent Palace, which is great. But we first picked the green and red card, so the colors provided by this isn't quite as effective. You know me, I do like to flurry. So Wingblade Disciple could be an interesting consideration. There is a Sibsig Appraiser, which is also quite nice. But there's also Molten Exhale and Piercing Exhale, and both are also really, really good. So a lot of good options. 2 removal effects, lands. What do I want to do here? Which one do I like more? I think I like Piercing Exhale more. It's an instant. It doesn't always deal 4 damage, but I'd rather be green because I took the Warden. And also, if you can get this to go off, you get to Surveil too, which is really, really strong. All right, now I'll take the Molten Exhale. Exhale, rather. Good removal spell. Maybe we're just going to be green-red. I don't know. What a good... Wait, so green-red goes with blue. What else does green-red go with? I don't know. My brain is not functioning at this point in the draft. Kishla Trawlers is also fine. This is nice, but there's definitely some setup cost to this. You need to have a creature. You need to have a creature and a spell in your graveyard. Battle Priest is pretty good if you're looking to be kind of aggressive. Quarry Mountain Stalwart is also quite nice in the Flurry deck. But for me, I'm just going to take a solid removal spell here. So good start here for us, right? Molten Exhale, Channel Dragonfire, Piercing Exhale, and a Warden of the Grove. And now there's a Songcrafter Mage. I hope this card's good. 3 mana for a 3/2 flash creature. When this enters, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains Harmonize until end of turn. Its Harmonize cost is equal to its mana cost. So basically, you can flashback a spell, which is really, really strong. Evolving Wilds is fine. Focus the Mind is also pretty good, but this has got to be a sign that Temur might be open. Maybe we're going to be a green-red base, splash blue, who knows? But I'm going to take this card. It's an interesting card. It's got a flash too. And let's see if we can make something happen here. Wow. Okay. Inspirited Vanguard is fantastic. I'm so... I feel like this should not be in the pack in pick 6. Pack 1, pick 6, but I'm very, very happy to take it. I mean, that's really the only really, really good option here on this pack. There is Kintree Nurturer, which is a fine 3-mana 2/1 lifelink that endures 1. Gainland is fine. But outside of that, I mean, this card is just really, really solid. So we have good creatures and good spells. That is a good start. All right, moving on here. We have Durgar Island Dragon. 6 mana for a 4/4 Flying Ward 2 flyer, which is fine. It's also at instant speed. You can just like tap something and draw a card, which can also be fine. There's also Snakeskin Veil, which I could consider as a protection spell. I've seen people play this and it's actually been decent. It's a dragon too. And I've been less high on Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, I'm just going to take this dragon. Like, I don't know what my colors are right now, but I'm just going to take this and just kind of see what happens. Because if you do end up with a handful of good dragon-type payoff cards, it's nice to have some of these. Here we have the Iridescent Tiger, which we had 3 of in our last Jeskai Flurry deck. But I don't think I like it too much in just like a Temur deck. I can take a 2-drop here in the Leopard, which is fairly weak. Or I can just take Stormstreak Feral, 5 mana, 3/3 Flying Haste. You can also Tormenting Voice early. I actually like this card some amount. Like, all of these dragons just give you more value than you would expect. Just the fact that they're Omen cards as well makes them so that they're not just always expensive cards. So I think they perform better than you would expect. And I have Molten Exhale and Piercing Exhale in my deck. Here I'm going to take Rugged Highlands. Rebuke and Trade Route Envoy are fine. But given that I'm red-green, potentially Temur, I think this is a really great time to take a good land for our deck. Moving on here, pack 1, pick 10. We have a couple of options. There is Unending Whisper, which is pretty nice just to draw a bunch of cards. And if I have Flurry, it's okay. Dragonbrood's Relic, I don't really care too much for because I'm not going to have all the colors. But I think I might just take Trade Route Envoy as a 4-mana 5/4. Just large on color. I don't think I care about the Unending Whisper in a blue-green deck. Like, I'm base green. I'm not sure what my second color is. I think it's red, just because I don't have a ton of blue. Here we have Embermouth Sentinel and Breaching Dragonstorm. What do? I'm going to take the Sentinel for mana fixing, but hopefully I don't have to play it. I do like Dragonstorm Globe, though, especially in like a Temur Dragonish deck. So let's go ahead and take that and, solid mana fixer here. This deck's not like insane by any stretch, but hey, look, we have 3 removal spells and some decent cards here. We'll note that I really do want some good good cheap plays if I can find it for my deck here. All right, I do really like Roiling Dragonstorm. I have a couple of dragons already, so it's going to be pretty tough for me not to take this card. I probably overvalue this, I will admit. Inevitable Defeat is a really great removal spell, but too hard to cast for us. 4 mana, exile anything, drain your opponent for 3. It's really, really strong. Skirmish Rhino is obviously very good. Don't need the Brushmaster. Don't need Mystic Monastery. Einok Wayfarer is also a solid 2-mana play, but I just like the Dragonstorm way too much. I just like Temur Dragons. Just playing Temur Dragons just makes me feel very good. So I feel like cards like this also makes it so that I can get away with playing these common dragons and not feel too embarrassed about playing them. Here, pack 2, pick 2. This is pretty weak pack. Certainly don't care about Effortless Master in this type of deck. Also, the Teeming Dragonstorm is cool with dragons, but I don't want to splash for it. So I think I'm just going to take another Piercing Exhale. But do need to make sure I pick some cheap things to play here so I can actually find things to bite with. But that's the thing. I always have trouble finding cheap things that I like playing in this type of deck. There's another Dragonstorm Globe, but I think I just take another Piercing Exhale. And now I kind of wish I had 2 Molten Exhales. But this is just a really, really good removal spell. Again, now our like interaction is quite good. Oh my gosh, it won't stop. That's a 4th Piercing Exhale. There's also a Caustic Exhale. These exhales are all very, very good. I mean, I don't even know. Like, do I take it? I guess I do. But now, basically, I just don't ever need another spell in my deck. Like, I shouldn't get 4 Piercing Exhales. That just shouldn't happen. All right, give me like a decent creature. Okay, no creature. I guess I'll take Thornwood Falls. Happy about mana fixing. Don't care about Snakeskin Veil. And yeah, I just need some just like random dorks to play now. Well, Songcrafter Mage is certainly awesome. I just have like all these great... I have 6 solid, rock solid removal spells here. Red certainly being cut off here in pack 2, which is unfortunate. Would love a Temur land. What's the Temur land called? Bivouac? Frontier Bivouac? I'll take the Sultai 2-mana 2/1 creature that has Death Touch. That one seems really good here. What do we have here? There's the Sultai Monument, but that's not what I was looking for. I don't have any black cards, and I don't really want to play any black cards. I think I'm just going to take another Inspirited Vanguard just to have another really solid creature. Noting that Stormstreak Feral can very easily be something I just use to rummage on turn 2. Ideally, I don't have to play this Sentinel, but I probably will have to. We'll see, just because of my curve. Like, imagine casting 3 or 4 of these in a game. Killing something and surveilling it into every single turn is so strong. But I need creatures. Where are my creatures? What do you do? If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability, it triggers an extra time, so that's good with Mobilize. And then for Jeskai, I get a token every turn. Seems okay, but not something I care about. Do I want this Meticulous Archive? Artisan? Yeah, I'll take this. Where'd it go? Yeah. I don't love this card at all, but I'm going to just take it here in case I need another creature so I can use Piercing Exhale. There's Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon, which is really interesting, but I think I'd rather just have the dragon here in the Sagu Wildling. I think this card's okay, but I think I just want to take this for better mana fixing. Like, this is just awesome because it's a dragon that triggers a lot of my other cards, but it also acts as a mana fixer, so I like that a lot. Here, I will take Dispelling Exhale, but I don't want to play it. Yeah, I guess people just don't like drafting Mardu. This card's really, really good, but it's just impossible for me to cast. So I'll take the Counterspell, but not looking to play it. All right, I'll play this stupid 3-mana 4/4. Look, if I don't get anything cheap to play, like I need something to defend, and I'm not going to splash this card, so yeah, let's just take this, but ideally I don't have to play them. I'll take another Dragonstorm Globe. Okay, my spell count is just so high. 9? Okay, next pack, I just want creatures, like cheap creatures. Like not Snakeskin Veil, but just what do we okay, oh, what is this? 8 mana, flying pro white, pro black, okay. When it enters, it deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers your opponents control, where X is the number of lands you control. I guess I'm taking it. It costs 8 mana, but I got a ramp. Let's go. What am I going to do? Not take the 8 mana Mythic Legendary Dragon? Come on now. Okay, but here, a more interesting pack. There is a Sultai Monument, which helps us fix. There's another dragon here. But like I said, I really need cheap creatures. I'm going to take this. It's a 2-mana, 2/1 Death Touch creature. It's my first 2-drop, and it works super well with the 4 Piercing Exhales that I have. So I'm very, very happy to pick that up. All right, moving on here. Do I take another 2-mana creature here? It's a Defender, which I don't like. But it's good with the Piercing Exhales, and it's another 2-mana play. I don't think I need the Dusiut Earthcarver or another 4-drop. All right, let's do this for mana fixing and also just to have another 2-mana play. This is, we are now officially eating our vegetables, okay? We are officially eating our vegetables because now it looks like we're maybe a blue-green base. Here I will take another 2-drop. Dragon's Prey is a good removal spell, but we are just respecting our mana curve right now. That's what we're doing. All right, this is red, white, black. Man, that is literally the worst land. Is just everybody in Temur right now? I can't play this. I guess I'll take a leopard. It's a 2-drop. Only the thing is, like, this devotee or devotee, whatever you want to call this card, is fine, but like, I don't know, like, depends on what my color situation is here. All right, well, I have to take Rugged Highlands. Nature's Rhythm is cool. I can search this out, but that's super expensive. Temur Tawny Back is also a fine option here, but I'm more interested in just good mana fixing. Feel like I have enough playables here, and if I need things to block with, I can certainly take this. Honestly, this card's probably good. Or not, I'm not going to say good, but it's probably fine with 4 Piercing Exhales, right? Like, it blocks. It lets me get to the late game. Presumably, my late game is going to be a little bit better than others, given that I have this thing. Okay, this is a blue-green land. Although, here, I think I just want another creature. And I think this is so much better than this because this can attack. And it just, yeah, good for my mana curve, allows me to attack, and works really well with the exhales. So let's go ahead and take that. It's funny how this is better than the one that literally says Temur Devotee, and I'm Temur. But that's the world we live in. I probably actually don't even need to play this at this point. I think I'd rather have a red-green mana base. Okay, this is interesting. Evolving... Ooh, Stadium Headliner. Sack this creature. It deals damage equal to the number of... It deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control the target creature. I actually don't think this is that good for my deck. In my deck, I don't have that many creatures, so it like shocks. I think I'd rather just take Thornwood Falls and just have rock solid mana. This dragon I do not want. I have 4 dragons. Yeah, this one is just too bad, I think. I'll take another leopard, but I don't want to play 2 of them. Okay, now I'll take Evolving Wilds. All right, our mana got very, very good. So I do like that. We have like 4 duels in Evolving Wilds and double Globe. So our mana situation is very, very good. I also think the Artisan isn't terrible, especially because I have this expensive dragon here. I'm never going to play 2 of these, so I guess I'll take Boulderborn Dragon, but not going to play that one either. 3, 4, 8. I probably don't need... Snakeskin Veil is kind of on the... I'm on the fence about. Oh, I'll take the first... I'll take the... I mean, this card is not bad. Like, I'll take the Tawny back. I just took it over more important things for my deck at the time. The Leopard is bad. Okay. All right, Temur. Let's see how this one goes. Don't really... Okay, well, let's... Okay, whatever. I always do this. You know I always do this. So you can't even get mad at me. Well, I guess you could, but that wouldn't be cool. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10 spells. Let's cut this. Can probably shave a land because I have this, right? I don't really like this card. Especially because, like, the thing is you're just not going to have a dragon in play for the most part. These are the ramp effects. Wow, that's just so much removal. And yeah, the Saga Wildling, like I said, you can use as a mana fixer. So double Dragonstorm Globe, Saga Wildling, and Einok Wayfarer. I feel like I can probably cheat on a land here. Yeah, with double Globe, I definitely think I can. So 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. But I definitely want lots of green. What is our color situation? Way more green. So this gives us 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I kind of want to go up to 10 green here, honestly. So let's add another forest because I really want to play this early if possible. And yeah, like our mana is just insane. This gives us 5, 6, 7, 8 red sources. Can probably cut one and then probably cut an island. So this gives us 2, 3, 4, 5 blue sources for 1, 2, 3, 4 blue cards. I mean, this is like, you can count this as a 4-drop too, right? And this is also something you don't really play until like kind of late. So this is kind of our mana curve here. 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 10 green, 7 red, and 5 blue. All right, seems fine. Now we need to cut cards from our deck as well. So this can be a 2-mana spell. Like these are dragon cards. Like this is just to like, I want to see what it's like to have these exhale cards and have it go with this. I think Snakeskin Veil is pretty bad because I'm just not curving out and I don't have that many creatures. Our curve is really, really high. So I feel like I need to cut something that's expensive, but I don't want to. The Artisan is probably not great. Like, if we're being honest, it's probably the worst of the options that we have. Like, there's a non-zero chance I can play this on turn 3, which is quite nice. I could probably cut like 1 leopard. So yeah, why don't we... So then it's like... And I like this just because I don't have that many cheap things. So I think I do want the Nest Guard. Like, no, like I know the Nest Guard is not a good card, but I feel like in this deck specifically, it can be fine. And given that I have a bunch of 5-mana plays, I like the Globe. Also, I have 4 dragons in my deck, which makes this pretty good. So I want to try the Globe because I have a lack of 3s that lets me jump up. So yeah, let's just cut the Artisan here and see how this goes. Temur Dargons. Temur Dargons. Now, if I add this to the mana curve and the Molten Exhale, that gives me 6 things to do turn 2-ish. Sure. All right, let's give this a whirl. Now, before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the names here scrolling. Really do appreciate all of your support and every other member of the Patreon. It really means a lot and allows me to continue making all of this content. So thank you so much. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to up your limited game. Elisa understands this format better than I, but I'm going to keep this. Rugged Highlands, Evolving Wilds, and Island. Let's start with Rugged Highlands here. Play the Wayfarer on turn 2, probably. Please hit a land. Wow, we missed. I hate everything. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. I guess it's still a 2-2. And I milled the Channel Dragonfire. Like, I can't be that upset, but... What color do I name with this? Definitely not blue. It's like red or green. All right, well, I drew the Exhale, which is really nice, and I'm probably naming green. We'll see. Oh, come on. They're going to name Jeskai with this? That's silly. Oh, it's upkeep at least. All right, fair enough. Maybe it's red, actually. Do I have, like, double green cards in my deck? Yeah, I'm going to name red, actually. And then go. All right, what do I want to do? I'm going to just hang back. Like, this gets haste and lifelink, so I'd rather just block here. And then I just want to start deploying dragons. Elisa destroyed me the last time I played them, so wouldn't be shocked if they do it again. Don't you hate it when your opponents pass with 4 mana up and 6 cards in hand? Yeah, me too. Alright, whatever. Oh, hey, look, you got me. It's just like, these enchantments that just make tokens every turn are just such a pain. Like, if they, like, any random creature, like, we can hang, but this is just, it's just really, really annoying to deal with. Okay. And they hit Glacial Dragon Hunt, huh? Okay. Play a good creature, Elisa. Play a good creature, please. Okay, you drew a card. This is probably like the most frustrating. Like, what is happening? All right, let's play this, I guess. Oh man. I guess this card doesn't do much right now. Yeah, this is nuts. Surveil, and do I want both lands? I think I want one of the lands. Okay, at least they played like a defensive creature here. So it's like they're playing like a control deck. They're playing like a control deck, but like, you know, obviously this enchantment is just like nuts, right? But what I really want them to do is just play like a reasonably sized creature. That is all I want. Yeah, okay. Alright, they drafted a 4-color mill deck. This is awesome. I think I'm gonna die. Alright, well, you know what? I am not concerned here anymore with trying to race them. I'm just trying to kill them here. What are they killing? Oh, sure. I do not understand this. Okay. Wait, so they're like trying to kill me on like multiple fronts here, I guess? I think I'm just gonna get milled and die, though. Yeah, so basically, like, because I feel like I'm gonna get milled out and die here, the only thing I can do is try to race them with my dragon and just be as aggressive as possible. 4 cards in hand with a Glacial Dragon Hunt in the graveyard too. And they can harmonize as well. Sure. Oh, yeah, it only triggers off of instants and sorceries. But obviously in Jeskai, it's like It's a legitimate way to win the game. All right. I have 6 mana available right now. What can I cast here? If they cast 2 spells, I'm just dead, right? So I kind of want to kill the 3/3 here. Just so that this costs more mana for them to cast. I mean, if they play 2 spells, I'm just dead. I'm just playing this as an instant. I don't think this works, so... It's mostly just to block something. Okay. Well, you know, at least I can say I've lost to it all. I don't actually know how my opponent wins. Like, how do you win if you don't draw these enchantments? Like, legitimate question. But they drafted a sweet deck. Good for them. Like, that could... I mean, that honestly could just be the way you draft this format. You can just draft a good control deck in this format and have a lot of success if you can find a way to win. And that mill enchantment is nice. The thing is, people are just not putting a ton of pressure on you anyways. It's just... That strategy will fold if somebody has, like... randomly has a disenchant effect main. Then all of a sudden you're in trouble. Because I didn't see any other way that they could win the game outside of those 2 cards. And they've drawn like almost their entire deck. All right, opponent on the play here. We have a hand of magic cards. This one seems significantly worse than the red and green one. But I want to try it with the Dragonstorm Globe. Definitely need a red source here. But I can cycle with the Durgar Island Dragon and hope that... gets me somewhere. Oh no, not haste. Yikes. Well, I guess I'll just play my tap land. Mono red? Goblet? Any mono reds? If they play another... If I don't draw an untapped land and they play another 2 toughness creature, I can certainly just like... Oh, okay, sure. Okay, never mind. I'll just play... this. I mean, they have to kill the Vanguard, but the thing is, they haven't played any removal spells yet, so I imagine they will. But it's a good way for us to try and stabilize this board. Oh, oh, it can do both? That is ridiculous. What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I see you. Wow. That was really good. Okay, let's surveil. Yeah, I'll keep all of those cards. Oh, what did they get back? Twin Bolt? Okay. They are being extremely scrappy here. Oof. Yeah, I'd take a bunch of damage, I guess. Man, okay, so this is a 4-3. It can technically block this. The thing is, like, the looting isn't so good when, like, I kind of want everything. So I'm wondering if I should just, like, Songcrafter Mage here. And just kill the trawlers. Do I want the mountain? Sure. We will play this, like, we'll figure it out depending on what happens on this following turn. I just don't want to take any damage. 3-1, okay. So this can kill my flyer. 7 mana. This is a 4-4. They could kill it, but it would take all their mana to do so. I can also just play the Tawny back. Close turn. I'm just going to play the dragon. The way I see it is, if they want to spend their turn to kill it, that's fine. Because that leaves them with an empty board. And then I can just start, like, going to town with, like, the Stormshriek Feral and beat down, etc., etc. Alternatively, this is fine. All right. They are taking the turn off to just continue drawing cards. So hopefully we can punish them appropriately. What did they discard? A monastery and got an untapped land. Ooh. Why couldn't I have drawn that on a previous turn? Anyways. That's kind of interesting. Do I want a 5-4 or a 4-3 looter? Because I want this, because I have this. I think I just want a 5-4. It's kind of awkward. They're both very good, right? But okay, what you got? 3, 4, 5 mana. Okay, removal spell into. So they chose to kill that over the Envoy. Okay. To a Tawny back, sure. Wow, that was a good draw. Let's put that in the graveyard. Let's draw that. Attack. Okay. Wow, they just ran out of action? All right. I will certainly take it there. And let's keep climbing the ranks. 1-1 with our Temur solid mana reasonable deck. No oh, I do have the one crazy bomb. I actually forgot. I have the 8 mana dragon. All right, on the play. Yep, I will keep this. Speaking of dragon, there it is. But turn 2 devotee. Love to see that one. Oh, also it lets me play the Tawny back on turn 3. Oh, that's incredible. They get a token. I'm not interested in trading there. See what we can loot away. Interesting. I'm actually not sure what I want to discard. Is it just the dragon? Or is it the land? I guess this can get me the land. So, like... Like, I can get an island if I really need, but if not, then that leaves the option to do other cool things. I don't know. I think it was close. Ooh. Oh. Sure, I'll keep both. Well, I'm glad I binned the land. 3, 4, 5. Okay. I mean, Tawny Back might die. We'll see. But, like, I don't mind just playing the Wildling either, right? Just, like, nice little split card option here. Okay. Interesting. I feel like they have the thing that, like, deals damage to attacking creature or something. So I'm just gonna chill. They could also have the murder, but I just when your opponent just keeps leaving up all this mana, it's just so suspect. Yeah, so it's fine. Our opponent's just on Orzhov removal, I guess. Sure. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay. We still have the Piercing Exhale plus the Ureni combination. Although, yeah, like, I don't even know what I want to draw next turn. Certainly don't want a land. Well, I mean, now that I found the land, I don't know. I think I take the 4 and then we see what happens. Okay, Pack Beast. If I draw a land... That's 7 damage. Yep. So I guess I wait 1 turn. And if I miss, I can kill the Pack Beast. But if I hit the land, it's like kind of game over. Or not game over, but... Alright, let's see if this works. Yup. All right, Ureni. Back-to-back lands. Let's go. Pro Black, by the way. So they need to have the Oblivion Ring. They need the Stormplane Detainment here. They used 2 white removal spells already in Rally the Monastery and Stormplane Detainment. So let's hope that this gets us there. Hey, if it didn't, it still killed 3 things. So happy about that, of course. Loxodon Battle Priest. Oh, it targets another creature? Oh, interesting. All right. Gurmag Rakshasa. Okay. Boom. Hey, it's a draw. That's been weird, by the way, recently. When I do lots of damage with something, it like the game ends in a draw instead of me winning for some reason. But all right, we are 2-1. Let's keep the wins coming. Can we go 3 trophies in a row? All right, opponent on the play. Kind of a slow hand, but it's got good cards in it. I will keep. I'm going to lead with the red-green land because I have the Firebolt card. 3 tap lands in the opener. Oh, what do you got? Nothing? If you have nothing, then maybe I play the tap land. If I draw an untap land, then I play the Devotee for sure. Einok Wayfarer. If it's a 1-1... Oh, it's a 2-2? I drew a land. Alright. I'll probably just trade. Ooh, Knockout Maneuver. They got some good cards. Embermouths. Okay. Do they not have a land this turn? That would be so bad. Wow, they do not. Okay. Well, there's our defender. Sometimes you gotta hold the fort. Severance Priest. Wow. That card is so annoying. I do have a decent number of removal, so I can do something, but... I mean, I get a 5/5 if this dies. So it's not in their best interest to let that thing die. Ooh, Great Arishan City is amazing. They have 2 creatures in their graveyard. Well, so far I'm 0-1 against Severance Priest. Martin Yuza got me with this card as well. Oh, do they have a dragon in hand plus -3/-3 card? It sure seems that way. It sure seems that way. Yep. A dragon plus the -3/-3 spell. That is an excellent sequence of cards. What can you do? Yep, uh-huh. Okay, well, Saga Wildling it is for us. Okay. Sure. Hey, that's not bad. I'll probably keep this land in my hand because I have various looting effects. Put a +1. Let's see what they choose. If they choose, whatever it is, they probably shouldn't have played that card. All right. Well, they have a good deck. I'm just going to say. They have a good deck with good cards. I don't like attacking anymore. All right. Hopefully I can draw a removal spell. Like, I don't want to cast Songcrafter Mage right now. I'll just take 3. Skirmish Rhino. Whoa, look at all these signpost cards. Okay, and Spirited Vanguard is definitely good. I mean, I want to make a 5/4 because they have the sizing of the creatures that they have, and if they have a removal spell, so be it. Like, this is one of those instances where I kind of just need this Vanguard to be a 5/4. And, you know, that's the flexibility of the card, of course. Skirmish Rhino number 2. Wow, look at this deck. This is an awesome deck. Props to my opponent. I, however, would love a removal spell. I would love a bite spell. The bite spell would be so good. Okay, that card is fine. Removal spell! I forgot about I had that card in my deck. I guess that was what reason to play my tap lands. Oh well. Well, next turn I can do this for 8. That is pretty good. Okay. I can do this for 9. Yeah. Yeah, let's kill these 3 creatures here, right? Rhino, Successor, and Severance Priest. Three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I could snipe this for free, that would be nice. But I really can't. So it's just like these 3 creatures seems fine. And they're going to sack to the Earth Carver and get... It's going to be a 6/6, I think. But I'm going to get a 5/5 here. That's pretty good. So good sequencing from the opponent, or, you know, leaving up mana, all that stuff. But I feel like I had to play this, of course. And I can attack with both of these. And just make this large. Yes! Man, I thought that one was for sure dead. Well, you know what? I got my own rares. And that one is the new Dragonlord Atarka. It costs 8 mana, but man, that thing is ridiculous. Maybe it's worse than Atarka, but it's still really nice and limited. Oh, not again! Golly, just endgame, Lisa. Oh. Okay, look at this. Somehow they're gold 1. Elisa. Well, you know, that is the nature, of course, of these early access events. The player pool is not very large, so we know that they have a cheese ball, a cheese ball Jeskai deck. Hopefully, we can save our. Or we can find our disenchant creature to get them. Alright, that doesn't do anything. Let's play the Devotee. Don't care. All right, we got the globe going here. Hopefully I can get to Ireni. Yup. Good for you. Oh, gosh. This is so annoying. I'm just gonna do this so I can hit my land drop, okay? I don't want them to know about their Rennie. Well, I really hope, like, they just don't have card draw and they just run out of stuff to do. Like, I don't know if that's a realistic hope. Also, my removal spells are much worse against my opponent because they literally have no creatures in their deck. So, like, a typical deck of a bunch of good removal spells doesn't do as much in this matchup. Did they mulligan to this card? Like, what's going on here? I'm on such unbelievable tilt right now. Like, this is just so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. All right, I can't let them cast this spell, so I'm just gonna pass. All right. 4 is just... I think 4 is an unreasonable number. What do you all think? 4 seems too many. Like, there's so much support for spells in this format. Like, do we need another River Churn Monument type card? Do we, though? I don't know about that. They got nothing. You got nothing. That's right. Gosh. I just feel like I gotta keep everything, unfortunately. I just don't want to get decked out, so... Sure. Sure. If they mill me, they mill me. If not, I just hope they play stupid creatures. Or draw lands. Any of those would be great. I can go to the face. This is 8 damage. Can we beat the Mill Menace? That is Elisa. I'm betting no. I'm betting against myself. The worst part about this rope is that you know they have good options. And I do not like that. All right. You need to make a play. Okay. Attack. Yep, you got me. You got me. I don't even know why that was, like, a thought. You know what I mean? They're at 19 life, they have Bewildering Blizzard, and they, like, roped down to the very minimum. Yeah. They just need to cast one more spell and we're dead. Alright, well... You get the full-on River Churn Monument experience. You know what I mean? You just get it full-on. Now, this is probably the type of matchup where things get better in a best-of-3 setting, where I have access to, you know, more disenchant effects out of the sideboard. But game 1, if they play that thing turn 3, GG. All right, Nikolai Bolas, let's go. We are the same rank. We have both been playing a lot today. I'm going to go first. I'm going to keep this hand. It's kind of slow. But I do have a couple of piercing exhales. Also, yeah, I don't think my deck is particularly great. It's just like a little bit clunky. Maybe I just need to... Like, I keep taking the sweeter card over the good cheap cards, and maybe I'm just need to take the cheap cards. I don't know. Like, clearly there's something wrong with my deck. The curve is just horrible. I just kept taking good premium removal over anything. And now it's just like, should I just be taking dorks? Should I just play both of my cats? Like, I don't know. I'm questioning a lot of things right now. Yep. Well, if they don't kill my envoy, this isn't bad. Okay. Two cards in the graveyard, sure. And while I can, I think I'm gonna... yeah, while I can, I'm gonna kill a 3/3. Show the dragon. And I don't want the land. I know I can cast this at some point, but I'd rather just draw the Vanguard and leave it up to chance with regards to what I draw. Chance. Full control. What are you? Oh, that's also really good. Hold on. I don't know which one's better. What does this say? Not endures. Okay. I mean, sure. How do I want to do this? I should probably play this. So the reason why I let that trade happen is like they're on the back foot here, so I can really try to tempo them out. What does this do? Yeah, they're dead. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, being able to go 5-4 into double bite was huge. We got a win. We are currently 4 and Elisa. That's right. 4 wins and 2 losses to the mighty Elisa. You have your number. You are now my new Patrick Sullivan. For those of you that don't know, I have never beaten Patrick Sullivan in competitive Magic. I think I am 0-5 or 0-6 lifetime, and all in meaningful matches, like LCQ finals, PTQ finals, stuff like that. Day 2 for a Grand Prix, he's beaten me every time. And now, Elisa, you're that person. Okay, well, I'm going to keep this hand here. Jimmy Wong, let's go. Let's see if we can beat the Jimmer. Let's go get El Forest. Jimmy's in the zone. Didn't even give me a hello. What the hell, man? What the hell? Here. Taste this. Counter this. Counter this so I can resolve my Warden of the Grove. Yeah, that's right. Runescale Stormbrood is nice. No, your deck is very good. How could you? Maybe you don't have removal. I mean, the thing with this card is there's no sandbagging, right? Like, you just play this, and if they don't have something, great. If they do, shucks. That's the way that I look at it. They got to look at the top 6 cards of their library. This card is so good. It was like, we had it in the last draft. This card was insane. It's like a stock up on steroids. Can I say that word? I don't even know. Will YouTube say something? All right. Yeah, look at them. They're just like, nope, 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 Paul. You are not getting there. Yup. At least the double strike doesn't matter, but he just double stock up. Although, no lands? Like, is that where there's hope for me? Okay, nope, nope, no, they are humming along. Wow, their hand is gassed. They just discarded Focus the Mind. Oof. So I will say a counterspell here would be pretty bad. And the thing is, they likely have removal. So do I just want to rummage and just look for more action? Or do I want a 4/4 Flying Haster? Oh, come on! Oh! I should have played it! Oh my gosh, he redrew the counter spell! Oh, that's a disaster. Oh, that is an absolute disaster. I thought I was being clever playing around like a some kind of pay 2 mana counterspell type effect. And then he just redrew the dragon counterspell. And now I just have 7 lands and nothing else. Ay, 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 ay. This is all I possess. All I possess. Oh, there's the Dirtle Turtle. The Dirtle Turtle. I guess I just let him draw 3 cards. Why? I wish I held my Piercing Exhale. This is just, nothing is going right this game. Just like every possible wrong thing that could happen is happening. Also, Jimmy has a sweet Jeskai deck, I will say. Man, he's gonna be so happy when he beats me. He's gonna be so freaking happy, and I'm gonna be so sad. So sad. I'm so jealous. You have so many cards. You know, I had my doubts about the Flurry deck, but Jeskai has felt pretty good so far. At least, like, from the games that I've played and from what I've seen. Also, is this just the 3rd time you've drawn this thing? Goodness. This Runescale Stormbrute has no chill. 0. Oh my gosh. This is just a disaster. Oh, this is the perfect card name. Humbling Elder. Oh, I have been humbled. Oh, I have been humbled. Oh, yeah, this deck is sick. You know, I'm glad that the spell theme actually seems to work this time. You know, oftentimes they try to do like a spell deck and it's always just kind of fallen short, but they've made this, like, just the actual spells really good. Like, Focus the Mind is sick. If you have like a, you know, if you can flurry it out. Like, imagine you play the 5 mana removal spell, deal 5, and to Focus the Mind. That is so, so strong. And just everything else has just felt clunky. Really. Wow, Adept into Adept? Oh my goodness. All right, Jimmy. All right, Jimmy, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. You win. I can't go to sleep now. I can't go to bed. what am I supposed to do? I just lost to like the deck that I always wanted to play. Man, well, good stuff there. So what were the issues with the deck? Well, you know, it was pretty apparent. Like 4 2-mana creatures, not enough cheap things to play. The Piercing Exhales were good, but it simply just, it really just kind of came down to not having enough things to play early. Obviously, anytime I drew and play Ireni, it was amazing. This card is a bomb, very good, and worth ramping into. But, you know, I think I just needed to play more to the board and just try to be a little more aggressive. Like, I'm just drafting a little too controlling in general, I feel. And that works when I draft Jeskai. But if I want to draft Temur, it's like, yeah, just take some more Sagu Mauler things, the Sagu things. Take these, beat down. The problem is all the 2-drops feel kind of bad. Like, this is fine, I guess. That Wayfarer is also fine. And just more solid 3s and 4s. And just kind of lean into that. Like, you know, this dragon is okay. But when you cast it, it does feel kind of mediocre, right? It's just like, you play it because you have the exhales. But other than that, like, it just, you know, you treat it more as like a mana fixer. And even this one is also kind of weak. So, you know, I try to lean into these dragons, but they did feel weak. And if you have a bunch of like Roiling Dragonstorms and sure, some Piercing Exhales, they do get a little bit better. But I feel like in general, I would much rather, for example, for this deck, like instead of playing all these kind of like 5-mana 3/3 flyers, 6-mana 4/4 flyers, I'd much rather just have like an extra 3-mana creature that can attack and 2 more 4s. So I try to lean into this, but I think if I were to do it again, maybe stay away from kind of the common dragons. I think the Wildling is the best just because it helps you fix a little bit, but mostly stay away from the dragons, the common dragons. Play obviously the uncommon ones because most of them are busted. Obviously play your rare and mythic dragons, and then just try to draft a good consistent curve. Like I had 4 bite spells and nothing to bite with. That was an issue sometimes. Sometimes they were good, right? Like I played the Envoy and it was good, but other times they weren't. And that is a big, big problem. So that is an adjustment that I have to make for future drafts. Still went 4-3, but I think we could have done a lot better had we altered some of the picks that we made during the course of the draft. And that's something that we need to keep in mind for future drafts. But you know what? There will be many more future drafts down the horizon. But for us, this will be the final early access event draft that I will be doing. It is now past or about to hit 10 p.m., which means I have been drafting nonstop for 12 hours. And yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your singles and sealed product needs. You need to pick up some Magic the Gathering singles for your constructed decks, or you want to buy some booster boxes of Tarkir Dragonstorm, they are the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but certainly not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more, heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.